Last year, the Mini Challenge made an impact on the Aussie racing scene. And now they're back for more of this. We're loading up the Coopers, so stand back from the fence. It's round 2 of the Mini Challenge from Symmons Plains in Tasmania.
Mini Challenge is embarking on its 2nd season of national competition. And one man who was up the pointy end of the field in last year's series, Jason Bargwanna. Jason, it's a short but fast lap around here, but the drivers are really going to be pushing to the limit.
Absolutely, Bryony. I mean, a Mini's fun to drive anywhere, but here, it's all about that ABS into the hairpin. They give it to the absolute extreme, you know? And then over the hump, got to be nice and gentle, easy on the power to make these cars fast.
Now, there's a good mix of drivers here this weekend, some with plenty of race miles under their belt, others rookies looking to impress. Regardless, though, they all want to win.
We've got Gold Star champions, we've got V8 Supercar race winners, we've got Formula Ford champions, we've got a great mix of drivers, even guys that have never raced before. So it certainly mixes it up and will certainly make it interesting racing.
Absolutely, and as usual, spicing things up, we have a celebrity driver in the Uber Star car. This time, it's Olympic gold medalist Stephen Bradbury in the hot seat.
Oh, and it's a lot of contact. Oh, they've all gone down. Bradbury is going to come through and win gold. Stephen Bradbury from the tail of the field. The Australian has crossed the line first.
He's best known for that fortuitous gold medal performance at the 2002 Winter Olympics. And now the Iceman is accelerating his passion for motor racing by taking the wheel of the John Cooper Works Uber Star Mini.
Yeah, I think competitive juices are in my blood, and I've always loved anything that goes fast ever since I was a little kid. So we have a bit of experience in motorsport. I've been racing in Formula V's open wheelers for a couple of years now, and I don't know how many similarities there are to driving this, but it's an offer that I certainly could never have refused.
Do you think you can repeat your gold medal performance in the Mini Challenge?
I'm not sure about that, but I wouldn't be disappointed if a few of the other guys crashed out in front of me, that's for sure.
Well, if he's to do what is now called a Bradbury, he may need the whole field to repeat Jason Ackermanis' performance from last year. Another first-timer in the series is Jonathan Webb, fresh from his Fujitsu V8 Supercar round win at Winton. And he knows what it will take to win in this category as well.
You've got to stay really nice and close, don't give anyone any room, and keep on touching mirrors.
Webb isn't the only experienced driver in the field, with plenty of competitors returning from last year's series, including another successful Fujitsu Series driver, Grant Denyer.
Going from a 650 horsepower rear-wheel drive V8 supercar to a front-wheel drive 1.6 litre Mini, you don't get more two diametrically opposed machines in the world. But great racecraft is what this thing gives you, and it's sort of paying off in my Fujitsu series. I took out a race win and a 3rd place in the last round, and and that's just working really, really well for my V8 supercar careers.
The man with a proven track record at Symmons Plains is ex-Carrera Cup racer Paul Stokel. And he's driving the car everyone is chasing after he won 2 out of 3 races at the first round of the year in Melbourne.
My first national race win came here way back in the 90s in a Formula Ford, and it was like cut and thrust the whole race. And look, I don't expect it to be any different here, and everyone here will give as good as they get. So I'm looking forward to a really close race, and I think, look, this category is awesome fun. They're real little race cars, and the racing is proving to be very close. You can get the car in the ballpark as far as setup's concerned, where you're happy, which is good from a driver's point of view and satisfying. And look, I enjoy them. I think they're great cars, and that's surprising how the kind of speed they carry, considering what they are. Like the lap times are very, very quick.
John Cooper was the man who built the cars that took Jack Brabham to his first 2 Formula One World Championships. He also took the first rear-engine car to the Indianapolis 500. But for all of his inventions over his time in motorsport, he's best remembered, though, for these little rockets. This is the specifically built and tuned John Cooper Works Challenge R56. It punches out 155 kilowatts from a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine and can do 0 to 100 in 6.1 seconds and has brakes big enough to stop a car twice its size. It may be small in size, but not in terms of performance. Some say they handle like a giant go-kart. That may be true, but one thing is for sure, it's one of the tightest one-make categories in the world.
During practice, our Uberstar celebrity driver Stephen Bradbury was taken out by another Uberstar, Grant Denyer.
They're hard to catch these things, you know. Once they sort of get a little bit out of shape, they tend to bite you, and unfortunately it sort of bit him. But you know, you hate to see a gold medalist of Australia sort of spearing off in the distance. But didn't he win a race in that exact same fashion?
Well, Stephen, that's a pretty spectacular way to end qualifying. We've heard from Grant Denyer. What's your version of events?
End qualifying? I barely even started qualifying. Yeah, some little bloke from Channel 7, I think his initials are GD. Yeah, he kind of punted me off into the dirt, and there was a hell of a lot of dirt. I was covered in it. I only had the window down an inch, but you know, it was all in good racing. He had a good run coming out of the second last turn, and he thought that I saw him coming, and I didn't. So everyone on the telly, I'm sure, saw the aftermath of that.
Race 1, Paul Stokel starting from pole, but the jump is with Chris Alajajan.
In race 1, the first turn set the tone for the rest of the weekend.
So come into the first corner with, still all round, oh no, cold rear tyres. It's caught him out, they're so hard to get tyre temp.
Stephen Bradbury was still getting used to the car. And although he showed good pace at times, a few mistakes cost him.
Scott Bargwana really starting to menace the back of Stephen Bradbury.
He's got a box for the neutrals, look out.
Yeah, probably started to overdrive the car a little bit. Made a couple of mistakes, hit 5th instead of 3rd twice, which cost me all my momentum in 2 positions.
The 4 at the front were playing it hard and fast.
Jonathan Webb shows the nose down at turn 6 on Chris Alajajan, who goes backwards into pit entry.
A few hairy moments I had, and spun round wasn't great, and it was just like a tank slap on a motorbike and going over the handlebars, really.
The two Fujitsu combatants, Webb and Denyer, had an enthralling battle for second.
Stokel's getting away, and Denyer knows it, so he goes the long way at turn 4.
Almost throwing panels there as Denyer's got the good run out of the corner now.
Once the series leader Paul Stokel was out in front, it was all over. He won the race and made it look easy from outside the car, but on the inside, it was a bit harder.
Zero sleep last night didn't help a great deal. I had a migraine and just couldn't get rid of it. So, no, I'll be right tomorrow. It's fine. But it's amazing how the old subconscious kicks in and you're out there and it all goes away and you don't feel it.
As the drivers headed out onto the track early Sunday morning, a rising fog had left the track wet and slippery.
As I say, Aaron, getting those rear tyre temperatures is so high. Oh, look at this. Alajajan spun on the outlap of pit lane and you can see, where's he going? No!
Yeah, it wasn't such a great start in the warm-up lap. I think it's got a bit of a monkey on its shoulder, this car, from last year when Ackermanis rolled it. I had to get it in reverse to try and get out of everyone's way. Silly me, yes, and I'm sure a lot of you are agreeing with me. Good for you.
When the race eventually got underway, the treacherous conditions didn't seem to slow the pace. From turn 1, it was on again.
Nathan Karate takes the lead, and look at the 2 Rock Energy drink cars, Bargwana and Cook side by side.
Oh, I think that just cost me $100.
Scott Bargwana led the dogfight early, and the frantic tempo soon took its toll.
Nathan Karate, the Western Australian, tucked right in here.
And there's a good shot, Aaron. Look at the road. You can just see how slippery and greasy that is. Those slick tyres.
Whoa! Chris Alajajan sideways over the track cam and in the sand.
Over the tyres as well. Obviously, it's caught him out again. Oh, we've got Bradbury off as well. He's skated off into the sand pit.
Nice one.
Brendan and BJ Cook were fighting over who was the real B Cook, as well as track position.
They've got the same name and now they want the same piece of racetrack.
Looks like they're doing some synchronised spinning there, doesn't it, really? Both of them around, but both keep racing.
It was another intense 4-way fight for most of the race.
And Scott down the inside, he's protecting that line. Karate is going to have to go the wrong way around of Scotty into turn 6. As now we come back onto the main straight, right in behind the Rock Energy Drinks Mini.
Oh, that's tight, and the man who's right with them too, Grant Denyer, will pounce on Karate, and that is for second.
Denyer on the racing line on the dry bit of the road.
Grant Denyer, though, was never going to be satisfied with second place.
He's on the wrong side for turn 6. Oh, touch wheels under brakes.
Oh, all the way down. Scott's still on the inside. The car squirming around. Here comes Denyer. He's going to get on the inside. Yes, he does. He's taking over the lead of the race.
Denyer slips through. He'll be hard to catch from here.
Denyer held on to the lead for the rest of the race to easily take the win.
It's win number 1 in the mini challenge this year for Grant Denyer. Scott Bargwanna home in second.